game. See, Chelsea fans need to amortize their losses. They need to spread it. They need to spread it across how many years? See, I said it when they were actually investing radically, senselessly, and being a spendthrift, inflating market prices about players. See, you cannot polish a turd. If you decide to buy, I'm enjoying the latest Chelsea form. No, Chelsea fans were quick to tell us about how they use the amortization, how they found the loophole, how smart their body is. Todd Bowley is smart, putting players on 8 year, 9 year, 7 year contract, aka the Deadco contract. How they're buying players, spending over 600 million pounds on new recruit. How the team was going to, they're going to build a new young team that was going to build into the future, win some games. What are we saying? All we are saying is absolute nonsense. Now, let's talk about Potter before we go back to the point of Chelsea. I remember when Potter was being sounded out and it was about to take the job. I made a video, you can check in my catalog, that Potter was not the right fit. Not because I don't rate him, not because he doesn't have the potential to be a top coach, maybe in the future, but by going to Chelsea, Chelsea is not the right enabling environment for a young manager like Potter to cut his teeth. They're not patient at Chelsea. The fans are not patient. You can argue Todd Bowley is new in English football, but he's a winner. After spending 600 million pounds, how much patience do you want him to give Potter? I don't subscribe or buy the narrative of, oh, we're going to give him time. How much time? They honestly tweeted this earlier this week, how the Chelsea board and the owners are backing Potter. See, that's PR. How much backing? When is the breaking point? Chelsea have won 1 in 10. They've won 1 in 5 in the last 5 games in the English Premiership. They lost midweek against Dortmund in the Champions League. Even though they flattered to deceive, they'll have a bit of a good game, a good display, but no results. They are flattered to deceive. If we check the table, Chelsea are 10th. They've played 23 games. They have won 8, lost 8, and drew 7. That's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Even though they had a few moments here and there against Southampton at home, even though at Stamford Bridge earlier in the day, but they still lost the game. They lost the game. See, Chelsea fans need to amortize their losses. They need to spread it. They need to spread it across how many years? See, I said it when they were actually investing radically, senselessly, and being a spendthrift, inflating market prices about players. See, you cannot polish a turd. If you decide to buy a Benz for a Rolls Royce price, it doesn't stop it from being the value of a Benz. Inflating the market by overly paying for these players, putting them on a long contract. Yes, in the short term, it looks like they are gaming the market. It looks like they are gaming the system. If it works, it's fantastic. But if it doesn't work, that's a lot of liability to deal with. A lot of liability to deal with. Like I said, if it works, it looks like a brilliant idea. But if it doesn't work, it's a lot of liability. See, most clubs knew about this loophole, but they decided against going down that route because, like I said, if it doesn't work, that's a lot of losses. But Chelsea decided to ride through that route, and their fans were praising the hierarchy, Todd Bowley, praising their board for doing that. Let's see how it's going to manifest. And for Potter chose the wrong job. Going to Chelsea, the fans are used to instantaneous success. They're used to sacking managers and having a bounce and winning a trophy. But it's not looking like that this season. It's not looking like that. And for Potter, I said it and I continue to maintain it. Chelsea was on the right job. He hasn't dealt with a player influx. Chelsea have above 30 members of or 30, above 30 players in the squad. You need to make them happy. You need to find consistency. You need a team. You can't play all those players. Some players are going to feel some type of way. You can't be chopping and changing because you need consistency. How will you do that? And aside from that, Potter hasn't dealt with this kind of egos in his time at Brighton. It's a gradual process. He hasn't dealt with these large numbers of egos in his dressing room. And he has to deal with this. He has to make players happy. He needs to play with it. He needs results to come in fast. But I'm sorry, with the way Todd Boehly has spent, the way players were coming in and out of the team, into the team rather, it can't work. It's not sustainable. Players, see, managers like Potter need to manage limited numbers of players. Managers like Potter need time to deal with player ego. Managers of Potters they don't have this kind of experience. Don't be fooled by the English hype. See, the English media want Potter, obviously an Englishman, to be successful. So they will push the notion that he can do a certain job. He has masters in what's it called? And relating with people. That doesn't matter. You don't need that. Right now, results are not going well for Chelsea. Right now, the play is kind of so. They're not that bad, but they're not that great. Like a bunch of strangers playing on a Sunday league. See, regardless of what Ben Jacobs is putting out, Dave Ernestine, Fabrizio, Todd Boehly can pull the trigger anytime. And I think it's a countdown to him being sacked. I don't share the optimism that Todd Boehly will wait to end the season. I don't think so. If these losses and draws persist, Potter's salary or payoff will be amortized. The amortization that Potter has applied to the transfer window will be applied to paying Potter off if results continue to go on a downward spiral. You like my content, you're not subscribed, do me a favor by subscribing to the channel. Very, very important. Stick a like on the video. Very, very important. And do not forget to turn the notification bells on. And I'll see you guys on the next one.